Hello, 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 beautiful creatures of the internet. I'm Mango Jones. I'm running late. I'm doing all the late stuff and things today. Of course. So, hello. While we wait for people to arrive and stuff, there is a poll. Please vote in the poll because tonight we're doing vintage educational films. And if I'm kind of quiet, it's because I'm trying to be respectful to my neighbors because, hotel life. Woot woot. Hey, Alex. Sex ed back in my day was a girl being behind the bleachers during class time. Oh, oh, thank you. Hey, Forever Fetus. Ben. Spherical men. So be sure, vote in the poll. Poll's important. Also, usual spiel. In the description, you will find a link to Mango's master list of U.S. resources, which provides you resources for reproductive rights, LGBTQIA+, some I blanked out for a second. Oh my god. DV stuff, like all of the resources are there. You'll also find links to the other stream pervs who I share a main StreamYard with, which I'm not on because, again, little laptop that could. You will also find links to petty fam members and my bestie. So yeah. Oh, and the LinkTree of Things because I have a LinkTree of Things. Hey, Ashley. Yami. Sydney. Graveyard Flowers. People that are lurking. The usual stuff. Uh, Pinned at the top, there are links, and it's like scrolling on the ticker and stuff to the Small Human Food Fund. I would not ask if we were not in a spot. If you need details on the spot that we're in, by all means, DM me. I will give you information and show you stuff. So, yeah. Just if you want to help. I don't want to ask for money and not do anything, so we're doing content, but actual good content. Okay, let's see what's going on with this poll. No, let's not end the poll yet. Let me view the poll. Ooh, we are tied on what to do on a date and personal hygiene for boys. So someone break the tie. Because both are really good. Whichever one breaks the tie, we'll do first, and then we'll do the other one second. And then y'all are really interested in the youth in crisis thing, like some of y'all. Which I kind of am too. Like, it seems like it'd be interesting. Hey, Fit. Oh, we're going to end it here. Personal hygiene for boys wins. Somehow. All right, let me set up the playlist. I'm good at things, I think. I don't know. All right. Personal hygiene for boys. What to do on a date. Youth in crisis. Which, Youth in Crisis is a World War II era juvenile delinquency documentary thing. So yeah, very much vintage educational. Hey, Barrow. Yes, we are all going to be super uncomfy. Ooh, good luck at your interview tomorrow. I hope it goes well. Oh, and since no one voted on Play It Cool, we're not going to watch that. Play It Cool is a 1960s LAPD like training video on how to interact with the public. I don't know. Seemed like it would be interesting. Let's pull this up. Move that down. Move this over. Pull a fit and boop, boop, de boop, boop all over the place. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to share my whole screen, don't I? Yeah, because I gotta share the fucking audio. Oh, well. But it's okay. Bum, ba bum. Bum. Let's see. Make sure that worked. Also, I'm going to hit play, and you guys let me know if y'all can hear it, please. Oh, yes, Fit. I definitely boop, click on this and that.
Some fellas have all the luck.
What do you mean, some fellows have all the luck?
Like Larry. He's got good looks and everybody likes him. What else? It's just plain luck.
Well, let's see. Larry's clean and neat. He has
Hmm.
a healthy look and an air of confidence. I don't think I'd call it luck. I'd say it's partly due to health habits.
You mean personal hygiene?
Yes, personal habits of body care or hygiene.
I don't like the voiceover on the video. Like, you just see him doing random stuff, and it's like he's talking to a kid. Like, I don't know. Seemed like it could have been done better artistically.
Can have a lot to do with popularity and social success. Let me show you. Almost any morning of the week
Indeed,
at
Fit.
6:45.
Indeed.
Larry's up, bright and early.
Oh, Tout. Nobody be that wide awake in the morning.
Well, if you've gone to bed 8 to 10 hours before, it's not so hard to get up early.
But why get up that early?
Don't you lie to him. It is not. It is not. If you sleep too much and like your body is not used to it, you're just tired the whole time. Don't lie to people.
I'd rather sleep.
You'll see. Larry likes to give himself plenty of time to wash.
You mean he takes a shower every day?
It's a good idea. Your body does a lot of perspiring.
Hold on, wait. I have to highlight this. This is very important. Don't use the 3-in-1, fellas. We're gonna keep that up for a little bit. It's relevant.
Larry's thorough. He makes sure he washes all over. He gives his face a good rubbing. All around the neck, in and in back of the ears, and underneath the armpits.
Okay, where was this video when like all of us were in middle school? Where was it? I don't know where it was. Want to know how I know I didn't know where it was? Because all of these boys with really fucking stinky armpits and like taters rolling out their ears. What the fuck? And why? Also, to the person that sent me the Cash App, thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, Graveyard Flowers, who is you? Your sweetheart. Let's move on. Also, like, where was this video? We needed it. Yes. Replace your loofahs all the time. Oh my god, they are such a fucking pit for bacteria. All the time. Ugh. So gross. Oh, if you have kids, right? And you get like rubber duckies for the bath, replace them every few months because there is no way to ensure that all of the water and moisture gets out of the rubber duckies and like mold will grow inside of those rubber duckies. And so your kid is playing with mold water. Don't do that. It's gross. Don't do that.
Don't forget the back. He uses a special brush. He's sure to clean between the legs and the crotch.
I did not want to see butt. I did not know there was butt. YouTube, this is for educational purposes. We're going to skip ahead a little. I should have vetted these videos before we started. That's my bad. I'm stupid.
Walking around the locker room barefooted is a good way to spread infection.
That is true, it is.
And I always thought those guys who wore clogs are sissies. Maybe they're the smart ones.
It's smart to
Sissies.
watch a few other things, too. like public toilets. Many different people use these rooms, so toilet seats should be wiped off and even padded with toilet paper. For any small break in your skin could become an entry for disease.
That's also true.
And here's another suggestion to be really safe. Before and after going to the toilet, wash your hands with soap and water.
Oh my god. Like, these are actually good hygiene tips. I was expecting something terrible, and all
Now
of
do
this
you
is
understand a little more why keeping
this
clean
should have
is
been taught
important?
to everyone that we
Sure.
knew in high
It
school.
helps to prevent diseases. And you don't have to worry about body odor.
Oh my god.
Hey, he's
This one's
getting his
actually
hair
good.
wet.
He's going to wash it.
He doesn't do that every
Y'all, he's getting his hair wet in the shower. Because he's going to wash his hair in the shower. Who knew that was such a shocking thing to happen?
day.
He sure does. In fact, if your hair is healthy, you can wash it every day.
Very true.
It helps to get rid of dandruff and scalp odors, and the massage stimulates hair growth.
Thorough body washing every day.
Yeah, every
Okay,
day.
I'll keep that in mind. What's next?
A brisk
Did you hear that? Literally, like every male cow, every day. Every day.
rub with your towel. You must dry thoroughly, too, especially important spots like between the toes. Another thing to remember about toes. Toenails have to be kept trimmed to prevent
my God.
ingrowing. Notice how Larry cuts the nails straight across?
Okay, someone please commission for them to remake this video. Please. I need to. It's important. Anime conventions will thank you.
Right after bathing, the nails are more pliable and easier to cut. That goes for toenails and fingernails. After bathing, it's easier to push the cuticles back. That helps to prevent hangnails.
Yes, John Coyote without butt. Hey, Mud.
Does he shave
Seth.
every day?
Not all boys need to. It depends on the thickness of your beard. He uses a mild shaving cream or soap, covering the entire beard area with it. Since his
Remake it for modern times, because like little brush thing, we don't use those like ever
face
anymore.
was clean and damp from the shower, he can begin shaving right away. Then, with his razor, he uses straight, even strokes, working his way around the face.
They're teaching you how to shave in the video too. Like, this is perfect, especially for like dudes that have single moms. Like, this would be ideal.
Notice how he stretches the skin in some places to get a closer shave. The skin is more pliable after bathing.
Oh my god.
What happens when you get to a pimple?
Just go around it. The best treatment for pimples is plenty of soap and water. Then, leave them alone. And remember, others have them at this age too, so don't be embarrassed by them.
Say, that's perfume, is it?
That's after shave lotion. Larry likes the way it makes his face feel cool and smooth. And if he's nicked himself while shaving...
So, Ashley, I don't wash my hair every day. It removes healthy oils from the hair and scalp, which dries out the hair and scalp and can cause your scalp to overproduce oils, from what I've been told. So, that's not true for every person. Everyone's hair is entirely different from each other. You can have the same hair texture as someone, but your hair will react differently to washings, different products, different conditioners. It is all on a person by person basis, and you really should do what is best and healthiest for your hair. It takes some experimenting to get it right, but just Just don't use 2-in-1 products, people, unless you're like really desperate. No.
It helps protect the cut. Here's another tip. Underarm deodorant helps to curb perspiration and
Yes,
perspiration
Tubi and
odors.
Dave needs to see this.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Dry well. Keep nails clean and trimmed. Shave when necessary. Aftershave lotion. Underarm deodorant. Well, I guess that does it, eh?
Well, not quite.
A?
What about that hair? Know what to do about hair that's just been washed? That's right. Brushing your hair after it dries brings luster to it, makes it easier to manage. And
Luster.
it helps to spread the natural scalp oils, making your hair more healthy. There. How's that?
He looks pretty sharp, all right.
Let's see something else that's important to personal hygiene. Clean clothes.
Ooh.
You see, clothes absorb a lot of perspiration, especially underclothes and socks.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to change them daily.
Change them daily. Daily.
Outer clothes should be hung up neatly. Larry's clothes aren't expensive, but keeping them clean and neat helps to make him look well-dressed at all times and stay healthy. And now Larry looks clean and is clean. That's what gives him that air of confidence.
Is that what gives him such a good build?
No, but plenty of exercise and active participation in sports will help your posture, develop coordination, and improve anyone's build. They help your appetite, too.
Wow. What a breakfast. Is he going to eat all that?
He sure is. Good eating habits are part of your personal health, too.
Ooh.
The right foods give you the pep and energy to get through the day. A balanced diet, that is.
Does diet have anything to do with complexion?
Diet can have some things to do with complexion. That's for sure. Yes, Graveyard. Shanny should. Okay, Mud, it's one thing if you just don't wear them. I mean, you wash your pants, right? You should be fine. Sometimes you just need to let them breathe.
Well, too much of certain foods does affect your skin. A balanced diet of the right foods is best. Get to know what the right foods are and eat them.
Well, sleep
Maybe
well,
you've got
John.
something there. Oh, no. Not more washing.
Only the teeth. Right after meals is the best time. Helps to prevent tooth decay.
Fair enough, Mud. Fair enough.
Here's the right way to brush teeth to dislodge food particles, unpleasant breath. A final check, and he's ready for the day.
And all the time I thought it was luck. Personal health habits, huh? Let's see if I've got them all straight now. Regular attention to nails.
Mm-hmm.
Beard.
Mm-hmm.
Hair.
Yep, hair.
Clothes.
Yep.
Daily change of underclothes and socks. Eat balanced meals. Check the mouth. Keep teeth clean.
Yes. Brush your teeth.
And don't forget the special things, such as wearing shower clogs or shoes in public places.
Mm-hmm.
Taking precautions with public toilet seats.
Yep. Always do that.
Washing before and after using the toilet. Yes, personal health habits can have a lot to do with your social success and well.
Okay. I give this video credit. Credit where credit is due. That's good stuff right there. Oh my god. Changing your underwear doesn't include turning them. Okay. Well, look. We were all a teenager once. Allegedly. Mud's balls needs to breathe. Like, it's necessary. Oh, for sure. I would be like really happy if they remade this video for like modern times and I don't know, played it at the start of every convention, like anime convention that ever existed, or card tournament. There also needs to be some stuff in there about like wearing a belt so I don't see your crack when you sit down to go play Magic the Gathering. So many cracks, so little time. Anyway. Oh, okay. So, next up, we have what to do on a date. What to do on a date. And that one should also be interesting. Is that the word? It's the word. Gotta pull a fit again. Boop. 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 Boop boop. Oh yeah, click that. I've definitely got this, you guys. I'm good at this. Okay. And George Carlin taught me about hygiene. All you need to do is concentrate on the 4 main areas: asshole, armpit, crotch, and teeth. And sometimes it helps use the same brush for all of them. Please do not. Fit, I also feel like I'm going to scream into the void on this. Ugh. Let's go. Digging the music. Nice start.
This is a story about what to do on a date. It
Okay.
begins one early summer afternoon. It begins with Jeff and Kay and Nick.
Jeff and Kate and Nick, are they a throuple?
Of course, you may not have a problem about what to do on a date, but Nick, well, he has a real dating problem. If he took Kay out on a date, what would they do? Where would they go?
Oh, fantastic questions.
Just a minute, Jeff. I'll get my tennis racket.
Okay, Nick, but hurry.
I'm sorry, sometimes it just shocks me to see pants pulled up so high. So high. It's Kay's telephone number. Ooh.
Hey, what about asking Kay to come to the community center with us on Friday to fix up that scavenger sale? We could make it a double date.
What?
You heard what I said.
He gathered all that just from a phone number written in the front of a telephone book? Oh my god. He's a psychic.
That's no place to take a girl on a date. Helping to fix up the scavenger sale. Is it?
Why not?
On a first date?
First date?
Yeah. Well, Kay's a swell.
Fit and curvy. Are you that's like a weird way to propose, but yes. Yes. Mud said, be sure to tell her I bought you dinner. Now get them panties off. Sometimes gals need to be reminded. Sometimes, Mud, they do. Sometimes they do. Oh, have you, Spherical Man? I don't watch MST3K too often.
Girl. I was thinking of calling her. Maybe ask her to the show Friday. Good picture. Wagon train.
Well, hurry up and call her and let's get going. I still have to get my things yet.
Call her now?
Sure. You know the number, don't you?
Okay.
Friendly reminder that back in the 50s, dialing a phone took like 5 minutes. And Lord help you, if you messed up, you had to hang up and pick it back up and try all over again. Fucking rotaries.
What if she says no? Oh, hello, Kay. This is Nick Baxter.
Oh, hello, Nick. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Say, Kay, next Friday, would you like to see Wagon Train at the movies?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. I suppose you've got your mind made up to see it?
You've seen it? She's already seen it.
Well, ask
Oh
her
no.
what the scavenger said. Go ahead.
She's already seen it.
Kay, you wouldn't want to help get the scavenger sale ready at the community center, would you?
Oh, I've been hearing about that. Yes, I'd like to very much.
You would? All right. I'll call for you then. About 7? Bye. I sure didn't think she'd go to a place like that for a date. Where's my racket?
He's so flustered he forgot his buddy was holding his racket. Well, gosh darn.
Ready?
You know, you better think some more, fellow, about what to do on a date.
He called him fellow.
Do you think she'll have a good time? What do you suppose I'll have to do? You know who all's gonna...
Interesting design choices. Yeah, I agree. Graveyard. Well, golly gee.
Now, you may not have thought of this sort of thing as a place to take a date, but it looks like it could be fun.
Now, fun is not exactly the word that I would use because that seems like a lot of people, a lot of things going on in a very stressful situation. However, comma space, I am all down for like group dates, double dates and stuff being like a first date. I'm all for that because like everyone can chill. You can get like appetizers for the table for everyone to split and like have good conversation. Like it could work, but this just seems ridiculous. Of course, Mudbrooker thinks this looks like a swell time. He pushes a hoop with a stick down a dirt road.
A group doing things together. Pretty good idea for a first date. Plenty to do, plenty of people to talk to.
Too many people and too much.
But let's see if Nick and Kay are enjoying it.
No amount of work to make this thing look any older.
Boy, that is an old timer.
Oh no, Mud's not in this scene, Yami. He's in the kitchen with the cast irons. Cooking up brunch for all the swell kids. Dirt hadn't been invented yet. That didn't come along till I was 15. Touche, Mud. Touche.
Help me put this sign up?
Oh, sure.
I can't quite reach that far.
How's this?
That's about right.
Thanks.
Oh, they've got knickknacks.
Say, Kay, are you really having a good time?
Of course I am. I'm glad you thought of coming here.
So am I.
Ooh, Kay's into him.
Yes, it was a good idea.
Okay. How about helping with refreshments for the gang?
All right. See you later.
Oh, yeah, oh, sure.
Oh, he's so
Got any more
flustered.
tacks?
I think they're over there by the door.
Yes, it was a good idea to come here. How does Jeff get ideas like that? Hey, what's this? Maybe this is where Jeff gets ideas.
Where does Jeff
A
get
list of
ideas?
coming activities.
Activities.
A bike trip. That could be a lot of fun. A chance to do things with a group, to get acquainted.
Oh man, there's a list of things going on at the community center? No way. I had no idea that's what would happen there. Wild.
It does look like a good time, if your partner likes it. Would Kay enjoy
Activities
a bike trip
are good.
or a weenie roast?
Why not just call it a cookout? Barbecue? Something. Specifically a weenie roast? Are they just going to like have a fire and put like weenies on a stick and do it like that? And it's only weenies? Kay does love weenies.
Another group date. A chance to learn the give.
Oh my god. It is a fire with weenies on sticks. I've never actually seen one of those. Okay.
and take of working and playing together. Not much arranging needed, not much expense, and that can be important. Could be a fine date, if Kay would like it. Wonder if she'd like to go to a baseball game. A date that's not too involved, one you can carry through comfortably. And there are all sorts of other sports events, inexpensive dates, most of them. Swimming meets, for example.
Sign of the times. All of them inexpensive. It costs like $60 to go see a movie now.
You can find many good ideas for dates. Dates that give you a good chance to get acquainted. And dates that you don't have to worry too much about in advance. It was a good deal coming here tonight, double dating with Jeff and Phyllis. When all four are good friends and enjoy the same things, double dates can be lots of fun.
Double dates
Or you
can
can
be
ask
fun.
Kay to go on dates with you alone, if you plan for what she enjoys.
Hey, you
All
loafers.
solid advice.
What are you
Should
doing
also
over
be
there?
remade for
You're
the
right
modern
there.
day.
Fine thing. As soon as Kay isn't around to supervise, you go off on a vacation.
You know, Maestro, I don't think your date ideas are so original.
What?
About what to do on a date, I mean. But what I'd like to know is, how can you figure out what a girl would like to do? A certain girl, I mean.
Well, you might.
You ask. Just ask. Did you know that if like you openly communicate with the person that you want to be partners with, like you can figure stuff out about them and their likes?
Ask her.
Yeah, Nick's looking for you. Is he good company? He always seems so quiet.
We get along all right. He's got a good sense of humor, and we haven't run out of things to say yet.
He's kind of cute. You gonna date him again?
I know communication is just a wild concept.
George, get out of there.
I'm hungry.
If you want to do something, take the Cokes out there.
Okay, Knox, where you go?
All set?
I think so. Come and get it, everybody.
Come on, we eat. Let's go.
Eat at your own risk.
Yes, Fit and Kirby. Yes, they can. I made the first move with someone that I'm talking to. Because I said, fuck it. Oh, you need a little Bible book reading there, Seth? Hide out in her backyard and watch the house for a couple of weeks. Mud, don't tell people to stalk other people. It's illegal.
Hi, stranger.
I decided to come out of hiding.
You're not wrong, but it's
Hey,
illegal.
this looks good. You making sandwiches?
Flattery will get you no place. Why? Where should we go? Why?
How about over here?
Oh, Barney.
Sometimes ROs are necessary, like when Mud stalks potential mates. Weird way to phrase it, but at the same time, it's true.
You're sure you like to do things like this?
Sure.
I thought all girls wanted fellas to take them to fancy places, spend lots of money.
Not this girl.
You know, I sort of like things like this, too. You won't laugh. I like to go on bicycle trips, too. Do you?
And miniature golf. You're not bad.
Yeah, and weenie roasts and square dances.
And baseball games and taffy pull. I think they're swell.
Oh, they're
Say, you
swell.
like to do lots of things, don't you? Say, Kay, next Friday there's going to be a weenie roast, or there'll be a bowling party if you'd rather do that. Or we could go to the band concert.
Oh, I'd enjoy going to the weenie roast very much. Unless you'd rather go bowling.
No, I'd rather go to the weenie roast. If Jeff goes with
How
Phyllis, we could
sweet.
double date with them.
Hey, Nick, come on, we're gonna break open the ice cream.
Okay, be right there. Is it all right then? About Friday?
Yes, Nick, it's a date.
Aww.
Yes, there are lots of things to do on dates.
Yes, Mud, you told us. She loves the weenies. Points for Mud. For Kay and her weenies.
If you know how to look for them, if you plan them with the other person in mind, and if you really try to make sure each date's a good time. If you do these things,
And that is
you'll know
just
what to
well.
do on your date.
Makes my cold heart happy. Look at those kids being swell. Okay, so going to give options because obviously, you know, people hop in and out of the stream. The people that may have potentially wanted to watch the World War II disciplinary documentary video thing may not necessarily be here still. So here are our options. We have Youth in Crisis, the World War II era juvenile delinquency documentary. Play It Cool, the 1960s police civility training film. Get Real Jack, an anti-drug PSA for truckers from the 1980s. And Under the Influence, a 1970s Los Angeles Police Department PSA. So, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, or 4. So, yeah. It is tough. It's really tough. And no, it's not a bad dating video. In fact, it has a lot of pretty swell advice. I said swell again. Anyway, once again, if you'd like to help me and Small Human, there are links that you can click and whatever, if you so choose. But otherwise, let's pick a video. Ashley says get real, Jack. Everyone on board? Okay. We'll watch Get Real, Jack. Because that one does seem fascinating. I agree. Move that over there. There we go. Click, click. Also, a huge shout out to like Periscope for having everything. They do. They have everything when it comes to like these videos. Did it do the thing? No, what? I did not do the thing. Oh, because I gotta click that. I'm smart. Sometimes. There we go. Give it a second to catch up to me. Awesome. Okay. Here we go. Get Real, Jack. The trucking industry drug abuse awareness film from the 1980s.
This is a film about a real tough topic in the trucking industry, substance abuse. We'd like to thank Carey Companies of Illinois for their help in delivering this vital message. Now understand, Carey Companies' involvement in this project does not imply that they employ drivers who have substance abuse problems.
Solid way to start. Involve yourself in the documentary, but make sure you cover your ass PR-wise and be like, no, we do not employ drug abusers.
In fact, just the opposite is true. We are grateful for their support.
You gonna wear that shirt again, John? Hey.
Flannel. How much flannel is there going to be in this film?
Hey, it's my lucky shirt. Until they clinch the pennant, I ain't changing it.
Ricky? What's up, man? You look like we were just handed a death sentence.
Got my physical moved up. Not next month. It's this week.
Tough break, man.
Oh, it's the 80s, Yami, so probably even more.
Nice day for crappie. Yeah, it is, huh? Hey, Paul, you know, I need to talk to you.
Uh-oh.
A friend of mine, he's in trouble.
Let's see. Fuck Periscope. They got a hold of a bunch of films that were by definition public domain. Somehow copyrighted them and charged up the ass for them. Actually, well, okay, so yes, they did do that, but they also put them all out on YouTube for free use. Like, I can use these without getting a copyright strike. You know what I mean? But yes, they did do that. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, they did that. It's just like the people that are able to take sounds that other people make on TikTok and copyright those and make money off of them. It's really fucking weird.
Those new DOT laws. Damn. I'll get fired. I'll lose my job. I need that money.
Hey, come on.
He's on drugs.
You're getting all bent out of shape over nothing, man. You can beat those tests. They say a guy can get totally cleaned up in just a few days. Not a trace.
Well, I don't have a few days.
Dramatic.
You'll see. Your turn is coming up soon, pal.
Ooh.
You got it all worked out. I'll be ready for him.
I'll tell you something, Carl. That stuff...
Okay, so we have the perspective of the guy that is currently on drugs and is about to have a physical done and lose everything. And then I'm assuming that this dude was on drugs and is clean.
Ate up all my money. Wrecked my health. Yeah, I know. And now with this drug testing thing, stands a good chance to lose his job. Well, if I was in your shoes, Carl, I'd go directly to a supervisor. I can't. He's my friend. Hey, pal.
Him being your friend doesn't matter when he's on drugs. And driving. Like, that's the main thing. Like, if you're driving on drugs, don't do that shit.
He may be your friend, and I'm sure he's a very nice, hard-working guy.
Seth, they mostly do meth.
Put him behind the wheel of a truck, and you're playing Russian roulette. You got to talk to his boss. He's gonna lose his job.
Oh, is it Great Graveyard?
His job than his life.
Sweet.
The only way that he'll lose his job is if he doesn't get into the program.
Hey, Skits. Good to see you. We're watching a PSA about truckers and drugs.
Well, I haven't seen you in a while.
So not only is meth cheaper, but meth is really, really easy for people to quickly manufacture and push out for people. Like, it's one of those things that It's not going to be good quality, but it can still like get the job done, you know. There's something to be said for having the guy driving the semi behind you as wide awake as chemically possible. Yeah, it's so dangerous. They'll get the job done, but they might see some shadow people in the Hat Man.
Oh, man, you look beat.
I've been going a lot. Yeah, still got to return rent tonight.
Well, I got some speed.
Can't. I got a drug test coming up soon, and I got to be clean. I don't know when it's going to be.
It's too bad, because I got some of that same killer coke from Freddie again.
Oh, he's got the killer coke, which means it's probably mixed with meth.
Kidding?
Nope.
Man.
Jack. Right here. Jack.
So they hired an actual drug dealer to be in the film. Okay. Creative choice.
I better not. Too great a temptation. But,
I hear you, man.
wait. You think you still might have some in a week or so? It'll be like my little reward.
You want it? I got it now.
Oh. He's got it now.
I thought I was above getting addicted. I knew how to handle it. I was in control. The truth of the matter is that the drugs are in control. The booze is in control. Well, it started with some painkillers that the doc gave me for my back, and they made me...
No. Coke is cocaine. Coke is just the shortened version of it.
You feel real good but drowsy, and they slowed up my reflexes. So I started on the amphetamines, and they'd make you edgy, and I couldn't sleep. So it was back to the downers again. Or maybe a beer or two at bedtime.
I called the roofers, and they came out to look at the job. It's going to cost $2,000. And I looked in the checkbook, and we don't have it.
Because he spent all of your money on drugs.
We'll just have to put it off then.
Well, we can't put it off. I mean, the leak is starting to ruin the
Okay,
ceiling.
we'll charge it then.
We're already up to our limits.
Damn it, Ellen, where's all the money going?
Drugs.
I don't know, Jack. But I have seen a lot of checks written for cash in your handwriting.
What's that supposed to mean? What is this, the third degree? It's my money, isn't it? I'm the one out there busting my butt.
Look, what's wrong with you? You've just been so irritable. Anything the kids and I say or do just seems to set you off.
So what am I? An alcoholic like your old man? Is that what you're saying? I'm a hell of a lot better man than he ever was. I got a good job. You never go hungry. I mean, because I have a drink once in a while that makes me an alcoholic?
Jack.
No, because you wouldn't be writing out checks to cash if it were just alcohol. Just a thought.
What's happening to us?
The shorter and more intense the high, the lower the low. And when I was on coke, man, I would come down hard. Would feel real depressed, restless. I just never put the two together. I couldn't figure out why I felt so bad. I know you feel that you're doing them a favor by keeping the old lip but you're not.
Yes,
you gotta do something, pal.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Carl, after this, maybe you can help me on the roof and check this leak out.
Yeah, Mud, that's
How about
great
those other
advice.
friends of yours?
Mud's advice to everyone if you're high is just don't come down. Just don't come down. Please don't ever listen to Mud's advice when it comes to shit except for, like, cast iron.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I've seen who your new friends are. Ted, Ricky J, and them guys. You never used to hang around with cokeheads.
You don't know them. You don't know what they do. And besides, you're the one that never wants to hang around with us, Mr. Antisocial. No, you just hang out with that jerk Paul. Thinks just because he had a problem, everyone does.
Hey, who do you think you're talking to?
Everyone does have a problem. Except for Paul.
Look, maybe I've done some speed. I mean, a lot of guys have done it once or twice, even you, man. But I don't do it regularly. You're blowing this whole thing way out of proportion.
Look, you can deny this all you want.
No,
but the reality is, if you get caught, you're gonna lose your job.
Look, I got that test coming up next week. You're gonna see, I'll be clean. I'll quit worrying over nothing.
Nothing, right?
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. So, I predict that he's just like, yeah, I'm going to come back clean. It's all going to be fine. But instead of being clean and come back fine, he's going to die. Because for some reason, that's where like most drug abuse things go. I think it's going to death.
Well, John, do I still hear my name being called?
What about your test?
I passed.
No, you didn't. You said that. Uh-oh. Exactly, Seth. That's why I said it's going to death.
Come back to me. Desiree, come back to me. I want you.
Pay attention to the road. Just a friendly reminder, don't go digging through stuff while you're driving. Like, it doesn't matter if you're on drugs or off drugs. Always pay attention to the road. Music's happy. Drugs. That was a sailor man. Did he just run over the sailor man? He ran over the fucking sailor man. He ran over Billy. You're right, Mud.
Hey, you stupid jerk! Oh man, I'm sorry.
What are you calling? You caught driving?
I didn't see you there or
You
anything.
didn't see me almost kill you.
Are you okay?
You're not all right.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry, huh?
You're okay.
See how close you came to me?
Are you all right? Are you all right? Are you all right?
I'll take your head off right now.
Oh, so he didn't kill the sailor man. Sailor man's alive. So, what did he run over? Why'd it go thumbs up? Who made the thumbs?
Okay, look.
Or is he a ghost? And he's so high that he's seeing a ghost. Ghost Billy.
I thought
It ain't gonna help, man.
Okay.
Look at you, my stuff. You ruined my stuff.
Here, let me help you, man.
Forget it. Just forget it. You gotta pay for this, man. You gotta pay.
Seth White isn't there a sailor in the middle of the woods at all times? Like, come on. We need the boat army to protect the forest.
Hey, Carl. Hey, did I wake you? Listen. You were right. I'm in bad shape.
No, he was right?
You said I should get some help, but I couldn't hear you at the time. But, I've kind of changed my mind.
Because you almost killed the random sailor protecting the forest.
I could use that help now. Yeah. Thanks, man.
I'll just stay right here until you come get me. Thanks, man.
After having several alcoholic drinks. There are at least 28,000 deaths on this country's roads and highways that are alcohol-related. And another 2 million Americans are injured. The amount of property damage is astronomical. 50% of all the traffic deaths last year involved people who were driving after drinking. The car has become a deadlier weapon than the gun. Occasionally, I drive after I've been drinking. And if you really want to know the truth, I think I drive better after I've had a few drinks. And there are a lot of other people who think they drive better after drinking. You don't feel any difference between driving sober and driving under the influence? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
You feel like you still have all of the intuitiveness that you'd have when you were sober?
I sure do.
Do you consider that you could be a reasonably safe driver on the streets with 6 drinks?
Yes. Reasonably safe, yes. I think I'll be less inhibited. I'll probably do better.
Tell us about Lori Claxton.
I'm an electrician.
Where do you live?
I live in Santa Monica.
My name is Terry Lockie, but I prefer being called Tree Lockie.
My name is Salvador Menchaca, and I'm 23 years old.
My name is William R. Mays. I'm a judge in the municipal court. They call me Bill.
I'm Alma Johnston. I'm 30. I am currently a housewife.
My name's Jim Northern.
I'm Bobby Johnston.
One of the main reasons that I'm here is because I want to see how .10 affects my driving.
I just wanted to
Yummy, sleep
see what
well.
it would be like. Free booze, free food, why not?
I want to get some experience, because they caught me for a drunk drive one time, so I said, might as well go over there and try to learn something,
And it sounded very interesting, and I thought it would be very enlightening to find out what it felt like to perform under the influence of alcohol, and also to find out what it feels like to be at .10.
To choose the test subjects for the experiment, more than 500 questionnaires were sent out to a representative sample of the people who live in Los Angeles County. More than 100 of those who responded were invited to take part in a preliminary screening. During the screening, the subjects were tested before and after drinking on problems that required manual dexterity and coordination, including the field sobriety test, currently used by law enforcement officers throughout the country. Based on the results of the preliminary screening, the 30 people who exhibited the greatest resistance to alcohol were invited to take part in the driving phase of the experiment. So the people who'll be doing the driving are the ones who proved they could hold their booze the best.
Police department was very fair in setting this up. They haven't tried to load it at all. They gave us over 8 hours of
There's actually this really nifty thing that a lot of police departments have started doing where people will sign up to come in. They will be given drinks at regular intervals. They'll be given some snacks. They'll like get to hang out and play games. And then the officers that are training will get to do field sobriety tests on the people that were there. Also, like they set you up with an Uber to get home and everything, so you're not drinking and driving. It's actually pretty neat. I would love to participate sometime, but I am a mess around other people, and I'm afraid I might say too much when I've been drinking.
Very intensive training on each of the tests that we'll be put through to bring our proficiency on the test to the highest point. So I feel that they have a very accurate figure as to the proficiency level of each of the drivers.
Wow.
And we learned a lot here. The officers are telling us how it's to be done, and some things I didn't even know. I've been driving for over 30 years.
I think that the problems that we encounter out here are not really indicative of the everyday driving, but I think it is indicative of the problems that every driver can get into on the freeways today. This corner right here is exactly the same curvature as this one. So if this can be made...
You know, I find it interesting that like all of the educational films that I picked out are actually like educational. I'm pretty good at that. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. We'll try a different one. Let's see. Why don't we try this one? How to talk to the public. Don't let me down, me.
Let's ride, man. Let's go for a
Don't let me
ride.
down.
For the law enforcement officer, the question of attitudes, his and those he will deal with, is of tremendous importance. Let us view this incident from two vantage points.
No, man, we need a station wagon, man. Make it look big, man. We don't need no Cadillac. We don't see no Cadillac.
From this point of view, it looks like this. A group of young men having a little innocent fun on a street corner.
I know they're coming over here.
The law enforcement officer approaching the group, the nightstick, the uniform, creates a hostile, menacing image.
Yeah, because there's no reason for the cop to approach them if they're not doing anything. Hello?
I know they're coming over. My car. It's ruined my mother's car.
Unnecessary physical contact further escalates the sense of hostility.
Yeah, why are you poking dude with the nightstick? He's standing there. You don't poke at people for no reason.
Where's your permit?
Also, it's in my other pants, man.
Where's your other pants at?
In my closet.
You don't look like you have... Hey, get out the car. Get your hand off the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Off the car.
This arbitrary and threatening attitude is seen as further proof of hostility.
Yeah, why are you kicking the dudes off the car if they're just sitting there not doing anything? Is sitting on cars illegal?
Get out. No, what do you got to do with it?
No more.
I'm with you. Back up the car. Get off the car. Off the car.
Get off the car.
Hey, tell me you tell this man that his car.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Get off the car, punk.
When viewed through the eyes of the group, it is therefore no surprise that this interpretation may result in the situation getting out of hand.
Before you retire.
Now let's turn it around and look at the same incident from the point of view of the law enforcement officer.
It still looks like a group of dudes just hanging out, not doing anything illegal.
From this vantage point, the hostility, anger, and negative attitudes of the group, perceived by the law enforcement officer, influence his behavior.
Get off the car! I told you the car was
get off the car. I don't care whose car it is. Get off the car.
Well,
get
shit back to the precinct, man.
You know that they wouldn't have responded like that if you had just left them alone. Why instigate an issue when there isn't one?
The dynamics of the situation are indeed a question of attitudes.
And here he is, Officer Friendly.
What's up, fellas?
Not much.
What do you plan on doing here?
Just gonna loiter a little bit.
Whose car?
My car.
See your registration for the car.
It's in my pants, you know. You don't look like you have no trespass. Watch that road, man. How did you know?
Get off the car.
Attitudes, a very important element in shaping the behavior of people, is what we want to take a look at today.
Mm-hmm.
Attitudes are tied in with feelings, beliefs, opinions. People have feelings, beliefs, opinions, or views about all sorts of things.
They do.
The way people feel about things determines, to a great extent, what they do about them. It is common knowledge that everyone develops attitudes, and the important thing to bear in mind is that behavior is influenced by them.
Yes, yes it is. So if you have, a group of 4 or 5 dudes just like chilling on top of a car, not doing anything illegal, just having a good time, and 2 officers approach and one of them just starts poking people with nightsticks and they're just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, yeah, they're going to get an attitude because they weren't doing anything. And you're poking people. Don't poke people.
Attitudes are definitely an important factor in police performance. Your attitudes and those of the people you contact. There is a point which you as a police officer should...
I am not sure how often there have been studies on police psychology. Hold on. Studies on police psychology. Let's see. It seems like all of the ones that there actually is haven't really been cited by too many people. Cited by 142, 80, 76, 183. The one that was cited by 142 people actually came from 1996. Police Psychology, Then, Now, and Beyond. The one that was cited by 183 is Practical Police Psychology, Stress Management and Crisis Intervention for Law Enforcement, which I think is actually probably an interesting read. The one that was cited by 116 was from 1999, Police Psychological Burnout and Trauma. And the one that was cited by the least number of people was from 2022. And it's just called Police Psychology. That's it. You gotta have a more catchy title than that. The Zimbardo experiment, but that was prison psychology and just a bit more than a bit flawed. Yes. There are tons of experiments that have been done, but not that I've seen on law enforcement. Personnel themselves,
always keep in mind. It is a very important point and one which has far-reaching significance for your success in dealing with people. The point is this: the way a person reacts to you depends to a considerable extent on what he thinks your attitude is. Notice that I did not say his reaction depends upon your attitude. What I said was, it depends on what he believes your attitude is. The same is true of your reaction to persons you contact. What you say and do and what the other person sees may be quite different. But what you do is based upon your concept of reality.
Oh, hey, Brainless. Well, you have a good day at work. I've got like another hour or so that I'm probably going to stream and then go to bed for a little bit. Yeah. Also, again, if anyone would like to help the keeping me in Small Human Alive fun thing, like, link at the top. If you need any info on what's going on, just DM me. I will tell you whatever. I'm very transparent. I would not be asking if I did not need help, but I digress. Let's continue on with this because this is interesting. It's really fucking interesting. The white cop is holding the wrong end of his leg. Is he? Is he still holding the wrong end of it? Huh. Oh, hey, Graveyard. Just doing some housework? Yeah. Like, since we're at the hotel and everything, like, I've been having a hard time sleeping. I think it's because I'm in such a small space with small humans. Motherfucker snores. Yeah, watch.
You cannot actually see an attitude. All that you can do is make inferences from the behavior that a person holds a certain attitude. Now, the inferences you make about the attitudes of a person with whom you have contact help to determine the way you react to him. On the other side, John Q. Citizen's reading of your attitude helps to determine his reaction to you. If it appears to you that you are facing a man who detests police or who regards you with contempt.
What is that? Is that the handle? Is that right there the handle? Yeah. So the police department didn't realize that the guy that they hired, if I'm assuming he's not an officer, because that would just be, if that is an officer, then y'all know y'all hire people that don't even know how to hold a nightstick? Why are you poking people with the grippy end of a nightstick? Yeah, there was no money in the budget for the reshoot. They had to spend it all on flossing that old dude's teeth.
Your reaction to him will be quite different, naturally, than it would be if he seems to be reasonable and respectful. For his part, the citizen reacts to you also,
welcome back, Ox.
According to his judgments of your attitudes toward him. In this respect, there is nothing essentially different about police and citizen contacts. Attitudes play a similar role between people in all walks of life.
The first situation we will examine is that of a simple one-to-one relationship between officer and citizen. His very first contact.
Don't just put your fucking finger in someone's car window. It's rude. It doesn't matter if they were breaking the law. You're being rude.
Contact with this citizen is overly aggressive and threatening.
Let me see your permit, mister.
His approach serves to intimidate and anger the motorist.
You from out of town?
Yes, sir.
Where are you living now?
New York.
Pardon?
Ooh.
New York.
New York?
Yes, sir.
About all you New Yorkers drive the same way. They don't make those lights back there any redder than what you just come through.
I'm very sorry about that.
It is possible now to analyze the same incident and note the key differences that can bring about a far more productive result.
Well, first of all, that officer should not be putting his finger in people's windows in their faces. Rude ass.
The officer is professional in his approach and yet keeps personal attitudes outside of his contact with the motorist. He places his motorcycle behind the car and acts to reduce the anxiety already present in
about the same time they made it.
the situation.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, officer. Did I do something wrong?
Yes, sir. We have a red light back here at the corner.
By removing his sunglasses and unbuckling his helmet, he further reduces tension. His tone of voice is firm, but not overly hostile or threatening.
I see you're from New York.
Yes, I am, officer.
It's quite heavy traffic up there, sir.
I know, but I try not to drive too much in New York either.
Well, we have.
Does anyone try to drive in New York? It's
down here working for
terrifying.
the government.
No, I'm a tourist officer.
I see. How long are you going to be in Washington?
Oh, about 4 or 5 more days, I believe.
The difference in the two approaches can readily be seen, and the attitude of the citizen toward the police is strongly affected by which method the officer chooses to adopt.
Washington a little more pleasant, but you're going to have to be much more aware in traffic because passing a red light is one of the major causes of fatality accidents in this city.
Man, he is so polite. Far cry different from, shoving his finger in people's faces. Yes, he said Washington. I don't know if it's Washington, D.C., Washington State, but apparently dude's from New York and is in Washington.
All right, sir. I'll be right back.
Take your buck for crying out. Leave me alone. I don't have your dollar. If I took your dollar, you think you'd be walking around.
Our second situation involves a brawl taking place in front of a bar. Again, the police officer can act either to escalate or reduce the violence already present in the situation.
That's not a brawl. That's two white dudes thinking they know how to fight because they're drunk.
All right, knock it out. All right, knock it out. Knock it out. What's going on? What's going on?
In this instance, a hasty and violent approach fails to reduce the levels of anger and hostility.
Yeah. It always will. Like what? If two people are fighting outside of a bar and the police approach and try and help, they're still going to try to fight each other. Even with the cops trying to do stuff. Like, yes, exactly, Seth. It's a hugging contest.
Now let's consider another approach.
Pick the fuck out the bar. Oh, now it's $1. It was 50 cents when I was in here 5 minutes ago. Get your hands off of there. Don't hit my hand when I'm... Don't do it.
In this instance, the police officers act to reduce the conflict.
Yes, Mud. A calm, polite clubbing usually settles things down.
And separate the participants, offering a reasonable and effective alternative.
What do you mean, what's the problem? He makes $7 an hour. He's bitching about 7. He used to be a friend of mine.
How long you been knowing?
No, 7 years. Why?
7 years? Calm down, calm down.
That son of a gun called me a liar. Put all my friends inside there.
Yeah, but y'all had arguments before, haven't you?
I'm sitting there. I go into John, I come out. There's a buck missing head in front of my beer.
Hold it down. Who got your dollar?
This guy over here.
No, he got your dollar.
I was sitting there. I put the dollar, had some change in front of my beer.
Check your
I
pockets.
checked my pockets.
Check them again.
I ain't
How
got
much
nothing.
you been drinking tonight?
I only had a couple of beers.
Too much. Too much.
This guy's in a couple of beers.
All
I
right.
go to John, I come back. This guy's going out
charges?
the door.
Huh?
I don't want to press no charges. I want to get the dollar.
No, we're not going to lock you up. We think that you're still going to be friends. All you need to do is talk to each other. If you talk to each other, I'm sure you'll sell the whole thing amongst yourselves. There won't be no problem at all, okay?
Okay.
You ready to go over and talk to him? You're going to be friends now? Not argue?
They're not going to be friends.
Well, you know what we usually.
I didn't think it. I swear I didn't think it. You know, I didn't think it.
They're not
The end result of
friends.
this second approach reduces the incidence of violence, avoids adding another case to the already crowded court dockets, and tends to create a more positive attitude on the part of the public toward the law enforcement officer.
Are you sure about that?
In our third situation, the police have received a call from a local high school that a small group of students are blocking the entrance to the school and creating a disturbance in front of it.
No, they're protesting. They're having a protest. They're not yelling and shouting and screaming. In fact, it looks like a very calm, peaceful protest. Why bother them?
The school authorities have asked the police to remove the students from the front of the school. The approach of two of the
School property is public property.
officers, the way they walk, where they hold their hands, the expression on their faces, telegraphs their basic attitudes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're annoyed. They don't want to be there.
Let's break it up. Break it up. Let's get out of here. Come on. I don't care what your problem is. Let's get your ass on out.
Without waiting for an explanation, the police officers give orders in a hostile tone. This simply magnifies an already difficult situation.
No, it's actually a really easy situation. Leave them alone. Let them do their thing. They're not bothering anyone.
By venting their own hostility on the students, the situation not only gets out of hand quickly, but results in unnecessary violence to student and police alike. The end result is not only that the police are...
It's just a group of kids having a protest in front of the school. What are they protesting about? I don't know. They didn't show us any of their signs, but I bet they had a good reason.
Officers engage in violent flare-ups with the students, but the general relationship between police and community has been damaged. Now let's watch the same situation handled quite differently. The officers approach in a relaxed, non-threatening manner.
What seems to be the problem,
Hey, we not bothering y'all, so why should y'all come bothering us?
That's a very good question. They're not bothering anyone, so why are you bothering them?
I tell you, you're all standing here now, you're blocking the entrance of the school so that others cannot come in. Now, what seems to be the problem? Why don't everybody sit down and listen for a minute?
Their tone of voice is authoritative, professional, but reasonable. In situations involving large groups of people where there is present a great deal of built-in hostility, it lies within the ability of the police officer to reduce that hostility or magnify it.
Yeah. Wow. Too bad no one listens.
Everything he says or does affects the outcome.
The class teacher put you out the room until you get a pass. Get the pass, he tell you to go out the room anyway.
Do a report on such and such.
Well, I tell you what, this is not the way to take care of the problem. You don't stand out here because it's illegal to stand out here and block the entrance of a school.
This is illegal.
Man,
Right.
don't keep it in there always messing with that. I ain't going to the gym, gonna change up, you gotta get back.
I see it every day.
Oh, man, ain't no good,
I ain't going
man.
nowhere. Okay, wait, just a minute. See, what you got to realize is what is illegal, you're taking this out against who you're taking this out on? What is being illegal?
They're not taking it out on anyone. I'm sure if people asked if they could go inside, they'd move and be like, yeah, go ahead. Nothing's happening.
On the teacher. The teachers are inside.
Well, we doing it for our club. We want education too, you know.
Well, okay, but what you're going to have to do is get your group together. Not
we together.
No, you together. Okay, right now, so you together. Yeah. But you got to be organized in such a way that when you go up there to talk to them, they'll listen to you.
They don't listen to you. They don't listen to you. It's hard, man.
Why are those kids smoking on school property? Oh, wait. You used to be able to do that. Damn.
You
You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Every time you try to do something to help yourself, somebody got to come in and mess it up.
No, but they're not interested in what you're doing out here. It's our problem once you come out here, the police problem.
You know, that's all right. That's all right. Why don't you come back here tomorrow morning, man? Right here, right here.
And let someone
Y'all would be in the first place.
Why not?
I'm not.
Are you going to talk to the principal? How are you accomplishing anything by just standing out here?
Oh, man, they ain't got no business talking to us. You leave the school, you get locked up. You stay to school, you get locked up. What you saying? Let them try to put me off the sidewalk.
In each of these situations, we have clearly seen how the attitudes and approaches of the police officer have had a decisive and vital effect on the end result.
Take your bag up, take all this stuff off. Meet me on your lunch hour. That's what you get off too.
In practical terms, the management of attitudes by police officers can be summed up in a few points. 1, an officer's private attitudes should not be permitted to influence his official decisions.
Very important. In fact, in any workplace environment, you shouldn't bring your home life to work. You shouldn't bring your work life home. It's one thing if you come home, you rant about your day, no big deal. But it's another thing if you're unreasonably worked up and take it out on your partner or a person that you're with, and vice versa. You don't want to take your home shit out on the people that you work with. It's just unprofessional.
He must strive for a high degree of objectivity in his work. In short, he should not make judgments on the basis of his own ideas of right and wrong or his likes and dislikes.
So when are we going to start giving these points out to current officers? Because he's making some good ones.
2, an officer should not become personally involved when making an arrest. He must not look upon a violation as a personal affront. It is a wrong against the state, the people, and not against him personally. 3, nobody and nothing in the rules require an officer to like the people he deals with. Similarly, and more important, nobody and nothing in the rules says he must dislike them. However, bear in mind that if people either see or believe that you dislike them, your contact will always be more difficult and less effective. Remember the old proverb, it is easier to catch flies with sugar than with vinegar. 4, do not permit people to goad you into showing anger. There is another old saying, he who angers you conquers you. 5, try to show an attitude of neutrality and objectivity. Let people see that there is nothing personal in what you are doing when your contact is of an adversary type. You are acting officially and according to the rules. An attitude of sympathy and human concern would, of course, be appropriate in a contact in which you are rendering a helpful service.
Okay, the last part of this video needs to become required training across the board. It really does.
By showing that there is nothing personal in your actions in an adversary contact, you will focus the hostility of the people on the system and not on you personally. This will also help you avoid charges of brutality, rudeness, or lack of courtesy.
Why isn't this standard practice across the board? I genuinely came on here to show these videos, get a good laugh, har har har. But no, I actually picked genuine educational films. Am I really that boring? Oh my god. Okay. So, my small human cannot decide if he is awake or asleep, so I'm going to cut it about 30 minutes early, so sorry. I will be back tomorrow because, yeah, we're going through it right now. So, before I head out, as always, in the description, there is the LinkTree of Things with all of my usual stuff. There is the link to the master list of U.S. resources for LGBTQIA+ individuals, people going through domestic violence, people that need help with reproductive health resources. It's all there. There are links to the Petty Fam members, links to my bestie, links to all of the members of the stream Pervs who are on the regular streamer that I am normally on, but I am not on right now because little laptop that could in a hotel. Anyway, yeah. So, if you'd like to help me in Small Humans, you know where to go. Links are there. And I will catch you guys later. Y'all might find me in some outside chats for a little while I'm up. Yeah. Thank y'all for being here. I greatly appreciate every single last one of you. And y'all have a fantastic fucking night.